so we'll hear that on the thing, all right?
Good morning. I'm Christy Monk with the Alabama Department of Environmental Management's Office of Water Services. I'm the designated hearing officer for these proceedings. The role of a hearing officer is limited to ensuring an orderly hearing so that an accurate record of the hearing may be developed for the department's evaluation. On behalf of the department, I would like to welcome each of you to the hearing this afternoon. This morning. The subject of this hearing is ADEM's proposed rule revisions to Chapter 5 of Division 6 of the ADEM Administrative Code. Notice of the date, time, place, and purpose of this hearing was published in the Birmingham News, the Mobile Press Register, the Huntsville Times, and the Montgomery Advertiser on June 21st, 2020. The notice also advised that written comments regarding the proposed rule revisions must be received by the department at the Montgomery office no later than 5:00 p.m. today, August 25th, 2020. Copies of the certifications of these publications will be included in the hearing record as Exhibits C1 through C4. On June 19th, 2020, the department caused the same notice to be sent to 114 individuals and organizations requesting advance notice of rule changes. In addition, on June 26th, 2020, the department caused the same notice to be sent to 2,350 individuals and organizations requesting notice of public hearings. A listing of the individuals and organizations notified will be included in the hearing record as Exhibit C5. On June 19, 2020, one original copy of the proposed rule revisions was filed with the Administrative Procedures Division of the Legislative Services Agency, and 32 copies were furnished to the Joint Committee on Administrative Regulation Review. A copy of the notice was also published in the Alabama Administrative Monthly, Volume 38, Issue 9, on June 30th, 2020. These facts are attested to by Othni Lathram, Director of the Legislative Services Agency, by affidavit, which will be included in the hearing record as Exhibit C6. Copies of the proposed rule revisions have been available for inspection by the public at the ADEM field offices in Birmingham, Mobile, and Decatur, and the ADEM main office in Montgomery. The proposed rule revisions have also been available on the ADEM website at adem.alabama.gov. A copy of the proposed rule revisions will be included in the hearing record as Exhibit B1. A copy of the summary of reasons supporting the proposed rule revisions will be included in the hearing record as Exhibit B2. The Department has given public notice of these rulemaking proceedings, and as of the time of this hearing, I have not been informed that any written comments have been received. This hearing is being conducted to provide the public an opportunity to present data, views, questions, and arguments on the proposed rule revisions. It is open to the public, and anyone wishing to present oral testimony or a written statement may do so. Persons who have not previously advised the hearing officer of their intent to give oral testimony should complete a registration card and present it to the representative at the registration table. In addition to oral testimony, written comments may also be submitted. Written comments are given the same consideration as those that are presented in person at this hearing. This hearing is being recorded by a court reporter, and a transcript will be included in the public record. Lengthy statements containing considerable technical or other significant data should be submitted for the record in writing. Summaries of such statements may be presented orally. All testimony and written statements should be as factual as possible and should address the subject of this hearing. This hearing is not intended as a question and answer session, and persons giving testimony will not be subject to questioning by the public. They may, however, be questioned by the hearing officer or any other representative of the Department of Environmental Management to clarify points and to develop a better understanding of the information being presented. Before proceeding to the receipt of public comments, I will provide a brief summary of the proposed rule revisions on behalf of ADEM. Rule 335-6-5.23, entitled Requirements for Dental Dischargers, is being added to the Water Quality Program's Indirect Discharge Permit and Pretreatment Rules to adopt the Federal Effluent Limitation Guidelines for the dental office point source category. These pretreatment standards were promulgated at 82 FR 27154 on June 14, 2017. No other revisions are being made. These technology-based pretreatment standards will reduce discharges of mercury from dental offices into municipal sewage treatment plants known as publicly owned treatment works, or POTWs. This final rule requires dental offices to use amalgam separators and 2 best management practices recommended by the American Dental Association. This concludes my statement on behalf of ADEM. We have reached the time for the receipt of public comments. However, I have not received any registration cards from anyone indicating they wish to speak. Is there anyone who has not had a chance to complete a registration card who wishes to speak at this time? Let the record reflect that there is no response. The final hearing record will include a transcript of this hearing, all written submissions and exhibits, and a response by the department to each relevant comment received by the hearing officer before 5:00 p.m. today, Tuesday, August 25th, 2020, at the ADEM offices in Montgomery. When a final decision has been made, ADEM will forward the final draft of the proposed rule revisions, the hearing record, and, if conflicting views are submitted, a concise statement of the principal reasons for and against adoption of the proposed rule revisions and the reasons for overruling any considerations urged against their adoption to the Environmental Management Commission for its consideration and possible adoption. Once complete, this record will be available for public inspection in the office of the Department of Environmental Management in Montgomery. Thank you for your attendance and participation this afternoon. This hearing is adjourned. I normally do my hearings in the afternoon.